Wasbir, a very crucial meet this held. All the BJP MLAs who were in Imphal attended this meet. So did the state BJP president and top officials. And of course, again triggering speculations what the meet is all about. Wasbir.
Yes, Nabarun, the meeting has come at a very significant moment, because the timing of the meeting is significant because Prime Minister Narendra Modi is supposed to land in Imphal on the 13th afternoon, 2 p.m. according to our sources. He is landing in Imphal. Now, this meeting called by Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, all the BJP MLAs who were present in Imphal attended this meeting, including former Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. Now, obviously, this has led to intense speculation as to whether the meeting has anything to do with the general clamor for a popular government to be installed in Manipur sooner than later. Now, if you take that into account, can a popular government, quote unquote, be installed in Manipur in the next 5 days before the Prime Minister arrives? So it is a highly challenging task. Really, it's a really challenging task, because the situation on the ground continues to remain volatile. Nabarun, if you call a popular government, that means it has to have representatives from the hills as well as from the valley. Now, ever since the violence broke out, we are aware, everyone knows that all the 10 Kukizo MLAs, they have not been able to step into the Imphal valley, and they have not attended the several assembly sessions that had taken place in between from May 2023 to now, to February, when the assembly was kept in suspended animation and governor's rule was installed. Now, if you call a popular government, that means this time round it has to have representatives from the Kukizo MLAs. Kukizo MLAs also needs to be inducted into the ministry. But is that going to happen? Very difficult asking, Nabarun, because although the central government said that there was a breakthrough achieved as far as free movement in Manipur was concerned, they said that the Kukizo Council had agreed to the reopening of the National Highway 2, but immediately after that statement, which was issued officially by the Press Information Bureau, there was opposition to that. Different versions came out where the Kukizo Council, whose leaders are supposed to have agreed to this in New Delhi, the Kukizo Council itself issued a statement saying that no, this highway was never blocked, so on and so forth, and that the buffer zone still exists. Where buffer zone between the hills and the valley still continues, or it will continue. If the buffer zone is to continue, what kind of a free movement is it? So that is also one of the concern, which of course only the Kukizo organizations can answer. Another thing is the village defense organizations, the village volunteer force in the Kuki dominated areas. They came up with a statement saying that they are completely opposed to the Kukizo Council's this unilateral decision to agree or give whatever to that reopening of the National Highway 2. So there is confusion there. So the situation continues to be volatile, whereas the Meitei organizations, some of the Meitei organizations have demanded a clarification as far as the status of the movement on the National Highway 2 is concerned. So in this backdrop, this meeting called today by Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla is significant. Yes, there are people trying to form a so-called popular government in Manipur, but they have not been able to really make headway, because sources have told Notice Live that there are as many as 7 contenders, 7 BJP legislators in the race for that hot seat, that is the seat of the Chief Minister. The top 3, of course, being T.H. Biswajit Singh, former Minister, Thoksam Satyabrata Singh, Speaker, and K. Govindas, also a former minister. So these are the top 3 contenders for the post, and there are also 4 others. That's what sources are telling us. But this meeting, Nabarun, was also attended by the state BJP President Sarada Devi, and that is the reason why it has led to some speculation, or rather intense speculation, as we have said, regarding whether it was regarding the formation or installation of a popular government in Manipur. But as I said, that popular government will be popular in the real sense of the term only if it has Kukizo representatives as well.
Absolutely. And as you just mentioned, Wasbir, as many as 7 contenders, that's a lot. And that says that it's not going to be easy task to actually go for that popular government. And it is something that is not achievable in the next week or so. That is quite unlikely, practically impossible. The meet also, sources are saying, the meet at the Raj Bhavan today could, of course, it discussed PM Modi's proposed visit on the 13th of September. And it also probably would be for successful hosting of PM Modi, so that things are smooth in the Imphal Valley. There is a public meet, we are learning, that may be held in the Kangla fort. So yes, to mobilize people also for that meet, even that was discussed probably.
Number one, yeah, that is one of the reasons why this meeting could also have been summoned by the Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla. Let me tell you, we have got some breaking news at this point in time. Number one, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is landing in Imphal on the 13th. That's what we are getting in the afternoon, and thereafter he would immediately take a chopper ride to Churachandpur, where he is going to meet the civil society, Kuki Zo civil society leaders, apart from other community leaders in Churachandpur. He is also likely to meet the Kuki Zo legislators as well in Churachandpur, apart from talking to various cross-section of community leaders in Churachandpur. Thereafter, he is going to come back to Imphal, where he is going to, of course, meet the Mete civil society organizations, community leaders, and also likely to have a meeting with the leaders of the different political parties, particularly the BJP and its alliance partners during his time in capital Imphal. And Chief Secretary of the state has already reviewed security in accordance with the Blue Book. Churachandpur District Magistrate has of course banned the flying of drones and so on and so forth. So, so tight security measures have already been in place in Manipur. There will be a tight visual along the porous Indo-Myanmar border as well, and there is already heavy deployment of army, police and paramilitary in the state in view of the ongoing ethnic clashes, Nabarun. So on the whole, a very tight security already in place in Manipur ahead of Prime Minister's visit that is supposed to take place on the 13th of this month.
Now, coming to the visit and coming to the situation in Manipur currently, Wasbir, there have been a lot of developments in the past few days. The extension of the agreement with the Sioux groups, then we had a notification by the center released by the PIB that the Kuki-Zo Council has decided to allow the reopening of NH2, and then, as you mentioned earlier, differences of opinion in the Kuki-Zo leadership. Every time there are some efforts, we have seen this trend over and over again in the last 2.5 years in Manipur. Every time there's a step towards normalcy, it gets back to, if we can say, square one. Things again, as you mentioned, are very volatile. So, given this fact, Prime Minister Modi's visit becomes very, very crucial.
Absolutely, Prime Minister's visit is definitely going to be crucial because, as we know, there are 60,000 internally displaced people living in makeshift camps, and there is an intense desire among these IDPs to return to the places from where they have been uprooted. That itself is a very, very challenging task because there are a lot of Metes who have been uprooted from their homes in Churachandpur, and there are a lot of Kuki-Zo community people who have been uprooted from their homes in right at the heart of Imphal city as well as its vicinity. So this is going to be a very, very difficult task, and already a lot of people are not at all interested in going back to that prefabricated homes which the government have built up for them, government have built and trying to put them there. So there is a tremendous amount of angst among the internally displaced people, and a lot of people are trying to reach out, and in fact some of the in fact you know, there are people who have also reached out to Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma seeking his help to resolve these issues, so on and so forth. Now in this backdrop, Nabarun, the Prime Minister is visiting, and a lot of expectations on the Prime Minister's visit. What is the Prime Minister going to say? Does he have a formula to resolve the issue? Is the visit going to bring back the trust deficit or reduce the trust deficit between the Metes and the Kukis? All of these things are in the people's mind. Already there are, as you said, there are a lot of developments, including extension of the ceasefire with the SOO groups for 1 year effective. The last few days it has taken place now for 1 year. Now a lot of military organizations are also opposed to the extension of the suspension of operation agreement with the SOO groups under the banner of the KNO and the UPF. So on the whole, the situation continues to be volatile, and it is in this backdrop that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Manipur.